Are we doing things wrong? Are we missing the boat? How can we improve? If somebody comes to me honestly and is respectful and kind and has a respectful, kind suggestion or feedback, I want to listen to it. I get a little over 100 DMs per day on Instagram. And if you just want to scream at me and call me names, I'm not going to listen to you. But if you have a helpful suggestion for me, my gosh, if you send in one to the help desk or if you get in touch with me somehow and you let me know, I'm going to listen to those. I'm going to listen to those because I am here for you. I'm Cristy Code Red, and you're listening to Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle, where we believe food holds the power to heal or poison, and we believe our society has been misled regarding proper nutrition and weight loss. You're in the right place if you're looking for some straight up truth, because I'm here to shed light on the lies and brainwashing that has taken place over the past 5 decades. Thanks so much for listening. Welcome back to Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. I'm your host, Cristy Code Red, author, entrepreneur, retired professional boxer, and owner of Code Red. I want to thank you guys so very much for the ratings, the reviews, sharing this podcast. Speaking of sharing the podcast episodes or sharing the podcast in general is a really great way to let me be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to explain something to somebody about something that, and I've done a podcast on it, for crying out loud, just share that episode. Let me be the person that explains it. Let me be the bad guy, especially if you got somebody like a friend or family member or a coworker who doesn't believe in a high-fat lifestyle. Well, I happen to do a podcast about the high-fat lifestyle. Just share that episode with them. It's like your kids, right? Your kids come to you and they say, you know what? Sally invited me over for a sleepover, but Mom, I just don't want to go. Well, tell her that I said you can't go. I'll be the bad guy. Like parents, you guys know, you don't mind. Then of course your daughter goes, Sally, my mom won't let me come over. And you just blame it on the mom. Well, blame it on me. Let me be the person to explain to your friend or your family or your coworker the truth about whatever via my podcast. And that just takes you out of the picture. Oh, you know what? Just share. Everybody loves podcasts. They love to listen to them. You can listen to them while you're putting your makeup on. You can listen to them in the car. You can listen to them while you're running. You can listen to them anytime. Anytime. I love listening to podcasts. And it's so convenient. It's just I can listen to them all the time, anytime. And if you just share that episode with them, then you are taken out of the equation. This is my zone of genius, okay? This is what I do. Let me stay in my zone of genius and explain it to that person, what you're trying to explain. We have our core foundational values and beliefs. And this is what I do, Like if I break a pipe, I'm going to call a plumber. If I break my leg, I'm going to call an orthopedic surgeon. Stay in your zone of genius. I'll stay in mine. This is what I do. So let me be the one to help you. If you there's 60 some episodes at this point. So there is a subject, we talk about everything. Sometimes I think, how are we going to figure out more things to talk about? And then I see people who have hundreds of podcast episodes. I'm like, well, I guess there's always something to talk about. And today, I am addressing criticisms of me, my Code Red Revolution book, and the Code Red lifestyle. My business coach, James Friel, says, never waste a crisis. And there are 1-star ratings and reviews on Amazon of my Code Red Revolution book. Not very many. Obviously the majority of them are good reviews, but a couple of the people got on there and they just, they just ranted and raved about how they hate this book and hate me and hate the Code Red lifestyle. And the majority of the people, I don't make a habit of going on and just reading 1-star reviews, but I do want to know if there is a constructive criticism. If there's something that someone I could really truly learn from, I do want to know that. And I anytime we get, I shouldn't call it hate mail, but the negative responses from people into our customer service department, or if I'm receiving my mailbox or something, my P.O. box, I do listen to them. Now, if it's somebody just getting on there and calling me names and making fun of my hair and saying that I look like a man, I get a lot of people that say I look like a man, that I prefer I have a different sexual orientation, or however I'm trying to say that really nice, which I don't know why they think that they're criticizing me when they say that. Like, I just go, whatever, like, you look like a man, okay. Like, if you're getting on there just making fun of me, I'm not going to listen to that. But if you have something that you're truly want to say that you are confused about, or that just doesn't make sense, or something that you felt was misleading, my gosh, I will listen to that. Never waste a crisis. And this is what I'm doing with this episode. What I'm doing with this episode is I'm taking the most frequent criticisms of me, the Code Red lifestyle, and the Code Red Revolution book, and I'm just going to talk about it. Let's talk about it like grown adults, respectful, mature conversations. People in our society nowadays do not know how to do this. They don't know how to debate. They don't know how to disagree respectfully. And of course, I think the proper human diet is right for everybody, because this is the proper species-specific diet that we eat. What we've been eating for a millennia, before the standard American diet came along and started screwing things up. But there are people that have criticisms of it. So let's talk about it. I've got the Code Red Revolution book right here in front of me, and we're going to reference it. And let me start off by, I've got right here in front of me, I've got them written down. And let me just explain some things. I'll tell you honestly what people are saying and what I think they think. And I'll tell you kind of what I think about that, or how I'm going to address that, and how we can move forward from there. Some people on Amazon that gave me a bad rating and review, they were people, I recognize their names. They were people that, that got in trouble for cheating on the Code Red lifestyle. You can't order Domino's pizza every other night and drink a bottle of wine with it and expect to be able to lose weight. And when you get called out on those actions, we at Code Red, we hold you accountable for your actions, and we hold you accountable for your bullcrap. And some people that criticized me in the Code Red Revolution book, they were people that got called out on their bullcrap. So, what do you do with that? But there are some people that had some, kind of a repeated criticism. So let's talk about it. The first one that I hear often is Cristy tells people to not exercise. Guys, I am an exercise physiologist. I have been in this industry over 25 years, and the first half of my career was as a personal trainer. At one point, I held 9 certifications in different areas of fitness. I trained celebrities in New York City. I was voted the #1 best trainer in New York by Allure magazine and featured in that magazine. I trained Katie Couric. I trained Peter Shankman and Ethan Hawke and Claire Danes. I trained some of the top authors and producers and musicians. And I was one of the best. And then I came back to Idaho. I would never have been offered the job as Jillian Michaels' replacement on The Biggest Loser had I not been a good trainer. I am an athlete. I spent almost 8 years as a professional boxer at 154 pounds, fighting all over the world at 15 pro fights, 2 world titles, and 5 knockouts. Like, I am an elite level athlete. After I got out of boxing, I immediately switched over into cycling. I still hold records in the Treasure Valley and other places for my riding. So I think it's funny that people act like I'm so against exercise. I exercise every single day. It is a major, major part of my life. And if you follow me at all on any social media, you know this. I have never and will never tell anybody to not exercise. I will never say that to people. I will never tell them to stop exercising. What I will say, what I have said, what I do say, and what I'll always say is that exercise has nothing to do with weight loss. It is impossible to exercise off your weight problem. I know, I've tried. That's how the Code Red lifestyle was born, was me exercising 3 to 5 hours a day, every day, 6 days a week, and still being fat. It was only until I changed my diet and lost the weight that I realized exercise has nothing to do with weight loss. It is absolutely impossible. And that's what we were taught. It's not your fault. I mean, you were taught in grade school and high school and college and medical school and nursing school. Oh, you just need to move more. You just got to exercise more. Guys, we have obese 6-month-old babies. You're telling me they need to exercise more? No. This is not an exercise problem. There's no way we're going to be able to exercise our way out of this obesity epidemic. 77% of Americans are overweight and 44% are obese. There's no way. And this is why I turned down that job on The Biggest Loser. I don't believe in making 350, 450, 500-pound individuals exercise, box jump, run 5 miles a day. You know, that's to me, that's just not the training model that I subscribe to. I don't think that's the right protocol for morbidly obese people. Is exercise healthy? Yeah, for a million other reasons. It is not a way to address your weight problem. So no, I do not tell you to not exercise. If you exercise because to fight depression or to fight bone density loss or to get away from your kids, whatever reason you exercise, I support that. That's fine. As long as you understand, you do not get to eat more. Eating for weight loss and eating for performance is different. Eating for weight loss is different. If your exercise program was working, you would not be overweight. Your way isn't working. My way works. So, yeah, you can exercise for all kinds of really great benefits, and there are a ton of great benefits, but it is not going to help you with your weight loss. Do I make myself clear here? But I have never told someone to not exercise, and I'll never say that. I'll just make them aware. That's totally fine, Karen, as long as you understand that you're talking about two conflicting goals. You want to eat for weight loss, you want to eat for performance. You understand that you cannot eat more just because you ran 2.2 miles. It's just not the way it works, or you wouldn't be fat, or there wouldn't be fat athletes. I was a fat athlete. I mean, you look around, you go into a CrossFit gym, the majority of the people there are overweight. But yet they're so strong. I mean, I have a girl that used to be my friend. She's been doing CrossFit for over 2 years straight, and she's still 30 to 40 pounds overweight. Every time I see a picture of her, I just go, and she does CrossFit faithfully 5 days a week for 2 straight years without missing one day and busting her butt in there, And yet she's still 40 pounds overweight. So it's a real, it's just not the way you address a weight problem. No. Nutrition is the way to address weight problem, okay? So, I do not tell people to not exercise. The next criticism I get is the book is just full of a bunch of success stories. The book. This is what they're talking about. My Code Red Revolution book came out in December of 2017. The Code Red Revolution book, the criticism is just full of a bunch of success stories. Well, first of all, no, it's not just a bunch of success stories. There's all kinds of really great things in the Code Red Revolution book. But yes, I do have a whole bunch of success stories in there. Absolutely. And why is that? Because people don't believe what they hear. They believe what they see. And in order for something to resonate with you, I've got to provide success stories of real people with real life stories, real life struggles, real honest problems that they overcame and got healthy, because someone in there is going to resonate with you. And by you seeing somebody's success story, you're going to realize that you can do it too. By you reading, hey, look, like Carrie Thompson. Carrie Thompson's in my book, and she's going to be in my next book too, because she's kept her weight off for many, many, many years. She's a tremendous success story. Carrie, her turning point, and a lot of you guys know this, was the fact that she was asked to leave a roller coaster at Six Flags because she couldn't fit in the seat and the seatbelt could not fit over her. The roller coaster story. You guys all know the roller coaster story. Well, somebody is going to read that and they're going to go, oh my gosh, that's totally me. That happened to me. I was so embarrassed. I had to get up off the roller coaster in front of everybody, and dozens of people were watching and staring at me. And it was so big that I was asked to leave the roller coaster. My mom lost 40 pounds on Code Red and has kept it off. She's been staying at 125 pounds for years now. She's 67 years old. You might hear her story of her arthritis pain and that whole journey. Well, I guess I'm just going to be a fat grandma. You might hear that story in there and you're going to say, oh my gosh, that totally resonates with me. There are so many stories in here. There's a story in here about a lady who lost a child. 2 people. Cassie Adams lost a child. There are lots and lots of men and women and lots of stories in here, and grandmas and aunts and uncles and couples. That's why I include success stories, because that's where it's going to get real for you. That's where you're going to be able to relate. And that's where you're going to draw the strength and realize that you can do it because so-and-so did it. Because you see so-and-so, well, so-and-so can do it. That story very closely matches mine. I can do it. So there are quite a few success stories, but that's not the only thing in here. There's a ton of great stuff in the Code Red Revolution book. A ton of great stuff. And speaking of the book, here's another criticism. The book does not come with an actual plan. The Code Red Revolution book, here's the statement, does not come with an actual plan. Well, I beg to differ, because on page 143, chapter 12, here are the rules. You'll see the actual plan to the Code Red lifestyle. Not only do I spell out the rules for you, not only do I list them all on the first page of chapter 12, but then I explain each and every rule. It goes on for 20 pages, each and every rule. I explain why we believe what we believe. I explain why the rule is significant, how you do it, how you don't fall into the trap, how you don't, all the way through the chapter. The whole chapter 12 is explaining to you the plan of the Code Red lifestyle, because without knowing the rules are a part of the plan. And see, rules, you're going to have rules no matter what you do. You're going to have rules on Jenny Craig. Marie Osmond on Nutrisystem is going to have rules for you. Okay. Oprah owns part of Weight Watchers. There are rules to Weight Watchers. There are rules to Isogenics. There are rules to paleo. There are rules to keto. There are rules to all kinds of diets out there. There are rules to Whole30. Everything has rules. You've got to be able to understand the rules so you understand how to do the program. So the plan is right here. And then you'll notice on page 162, you see the food list, the what do I eat list. This is the whole food list. What do I eat? What do I avoid? This is the plan. Now, I think what people are saying is they want a very specific, I want you to eat exactly 4 ounces of chicken breast and exactly 9 ounces of broccoli. Like, how am I going to do that when I have millions of people reading the book from my lips to God's ears, right? Hundreds of thousands of people reading the Code Red Revolution book. And I've got an 89-year-old grandma, or I might have a 329-pound ex-linebacker. I don't know who's reading the book. So for me to say you need to eat 4 ounces of chicken breast, that might not be right for that person. Maybe it's right for that person. It's an individualized, but more importantly than that, the reason I don't give individual exact specifics in the book is because I do not want to spoon feed you. My job is to teach you how to think critically. That way, no matter what point in your life, you know how to eat the proper human diet. Meat, vegetables, nuts, eggs, seeds, seafoods, and fat. You know how to eat a species-specific, proper human diet. If I spoon feed you, you won't know what to do if you go into a 7-Eleven in Des Moines, Iowa. How do you know what to do? But by giving you categories, you can walk into a 7-Eleven and say, okay, I'm hungry. Cristy said eggs are okay. All right. So eggs is a category that I can have. So here is a prepackaged hard-boiled egg at the 7-Eleven. Great. I'm going to grab that. Cristy said that seeds are okay. Well, here's a package of sunflower seeds. I'm going to grab that. Cristy said that meat. Well, here's some dehydrated meat in the form of beef jerky. I'm going to grab that. Okay. Cristy says avoid any kind of a juice. All right. Well, I'm not going to get a Gatorade because those are loaded in sugar. Cristy says avoid processed food. All right. Well, I'm not going to get the Hot Pocket. Like it teaches you how to think critically on your own, no matter what situation you're in. So to say that the book doesn't give you a plan, you're wanting to be spoon-fed, and I'm just not going to do that. There are plenty of companies out there that want you to be a repeat offender. They want you to need their shake, their pill, their diet food delivered to your door. They want you to maintain your subscription to their service so that you keep your weight off. But what happens if you run out of shakes? You gain your weight back because you were never taught to eat the proper human diet. You were never taught the nature of the trap. And I can't lay my head down at night knowing that I did that. I can't do that to people. It's not about making money as much as it is about making sure you don't regain your weight. We don't have a weight loss problem in this country. We have a weight regain problem. So my job is to teach you how to think critically, not spoon feed you. And we have seen that by giving people categories of food, it is easier for them to just pick the foods within those categories that they like. You might not like cauliflower. I like cauliflower. You might not like broccoli. You might not like pork chops, but you like ground beef. You pick the foods within those categories and you will be able to eat that proper human diet for the rest of your life. And you'll be able to circle back around to Code Red. If you find yourself up a little bit in your weight, you can circle back around, revisit the rules, and get your weight back down. So, no, I'm not going to spoon feed you, but I do have everything you need in this book. And that's a pretty good segue to the next criticism that I get. Cristy makes you buy a custom program if you want any information. Well, nobody makes you buy anything. All right. Nobody's making you do anything. Don't say that, but that is one that I get. There are many, 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 many people who have lost a tremendous amount of weight, gotten off medications, and healed their body through just the Code Red Revolution book. They didn't even do a challenge. People ordered the Code Red Revolution book off Amazon, had it delivered in 2 days, lost weight, and healed their body just through the book. The book gives you the entire program. So you don't need to buy a custom program in order to heal your body. You need to start eating the proper human diet to heal your body. You need to start getting your water and getting your sleep. This is basic stuff here. So no. But I am a businesswoman, and if you want to take it a step further, I'm not running a charity here. If you want to take it a step further, you can get a fully customized program for $9.97. Yes, I do offer that. You're going to fill out a 33-question questionnaire. It's going to be very, very, very detailed. I am going to custom write exactly how many calories you need, how many grams of protein, fat, carbs, sugar, how much water, when to drink your water. I'm going to make sure that I outline everything, exactly how much your goal weight should be. I'm going to make sure that I give you exactly how much you can expect every week, every month, exactly when you can expect to hit goal weight. I mean, it is granular. I take it down to the nubbins, the kids used to say. Down to the nubbins, Aunt Cristy. Yeah, down to the nubbins. I do give you a very specific instructional video where I go through the custom program book with you, page by page by page. You do spend time, 3 months, in a custom program group where you are being coached by the certified coaches, Carrie, me, and Cassie, where we are on you 20 hours a day, 20 hours a day. You are going to be turning in your weight every Friday to me, and I do expect you to lose at least 1% of your body weight a week. Yes. So I do offer that if you want to skip to the front of the line and you want that real customized, specialized attention where you can lose 10% of your body weight every month. Yeah. And that does come with a $9.97 price tag. I got a staff of 61. All right. It takes money to keep the doors open, and those things cost money. And the fact that you're saving 50% on groceries, you're saving on medications, you're taking your life back. There's so many things that happen that you heal your body. It's a screaming deal. So no, you do not have to buy the custom program. Even with a $47 10-pound takedown challenge that we have every month, you can get a tremendous amount of value for that. Tremendous amount of value, let alone win over $2,000 worth of prizes. It's a lot of fun in a challenge. So you have a lot of resources to you. You do not have to buy a custom program in order to experience hope and healing in your body. This Code Red Revolution book will take you through it. We wanted this book to have the complete program in it, and it does. It's everything you want to know. Everything. But if you want to know the specifics about you, yeah, that's going to take a custom program. Yeah. And you'll come to me if you're ready. And I have that ready. I'm ready to write your program if you're ready to do it. I do expect 100% compliance, so don't come to me if you think you're going to beep, boop, boop, order Domino's pizza. No, you got to be at rock bottom. You need to be ready. You need to be ready to never go around this weight loss mountain again. But saying that makes you buy a custom program if you want any info, that is simply not true. My YouTube channel is full of info. This podcast is great info. My Instagram, I do Q&As in there all the time. I'm always doing Code Red quick tips. I give you a lot of information for free. So you don't need to buy a custom program if that's not where you want to spend your money, or if that's just not what you're looking for. The next criticism I get is the Code Red lifestyle is basically just keto. Look, let me make it very clear. Keto lifestyle is saving lives, because it's mitigating high levels of insulin. And high levels of insulin drive disease, drives cancer, drives all sorts of metabolic problems. High levels of insulin drives inflammation. Inflammation drives disease. Inflammation drives cancer. We know this. This is not controversial stuff. You've got to get the insulin down in the body. You've got to get inflammation down in the body. And that's what the keto lifestyle is doing. Being high fat, low carb by getting people off the grains, by getting people off the sugar. You are healing people's body. But there are a lot of differences between Code Red and keto. So I'm not knocking on keto. I think Code Red is better because, first of all, we don't allow any kind of cheese in the Code Red lifestyle. On keto, they allow copious amounts of cheese, all kinds of cheese, as much as you want of cheese. Cheese is dairy. Dairy is inflammatory. Okay. Cheese is very calorie dense. It's very difficult to lose weight when you're eating a lot of cheese. I know. I tried. Can't do that. The keto lifestyle allows cream. We're kind of working our way away from it, but Code Red lifestyle does allow a little bit of heavy cream, but we really move away from all dairy. We really do. You just can't lose weight when you're having a lot of dairy. We don't even produce the enzyme lactase to break down lactose after the age of 5 because we were never meant to continue drinking milk after we've been weaned. We drink cow's milk. And we're the only species that drinks milk of another species, and we're the only species that continues to drink milk after we've been weaned. Cow's milk is there to fatten up baby calves, and it's inflammatory in our body, as evident by the fact that we don't produce the enzyme to even break it down. More than 50% of Americans are lactose intolerant. Milk is not good for us to drink. It's not. And I haven't seen people to be able to really hit goal weight still drinking milk or milk products. So that is another difference between us and keto. Another difference is we don't allow keto snacks or keto bars or keto foods. I've been to keto, I've spoken at keto conventions because I still believe in it being better than the standard American diet. And I noticed that there are just hundreds of vendors at these conventions where they are selling keto snacks and keto drinks and keto brownies and keto cookie dough and keto bread. And there's every kind of keto version. And it is moving in a direction of better, but it's not good for my rebels and I don't allow it. It's still prepackaged chemical crap. And I don't want you having anything prepackaged or chemicals crap. I want you having real food. That's not real food. That's still processed and it still has preservatives in it. I don't want that. You can really, I saw a lot of people that are keto that are still have a major weight problem. And it is better if you can do keto brownies for your kids instead of the Betty Crocker brownies. That is better as far as for your kids go, but you're not going to be able to be successful. You might lose weight initially on keto, but long term, I think that Code Red is better. And generally on the ketogenic lifestyle, they want a fat percentage of about 75. And they want protein at about 15. And I don't believe in that. I believe in keeping a 60-30-10, 60% fat, 30% protein, and 10% carbs. That is better for long term. I'm playing the long game, guys. I'm not here for you to lose weight to make your boyfriend's ex-girlfriend jealous. I'm trying to heal people. This is a lot of people's last resort before bariatric surgery. I'm trying to get people off medication. I'm trying to get you off your CPAP. I'm trying to get your A1C down so you don't lose a leg. I'm trying to make sure that peripheral neuropathy does not set in. I want to make sure that you do not go retinal neuropathy, that you're going to go blind, that you're going to be impotent at the age of 57 because you have let your blood sugars get out of control. That's what I'm doing. All right. I'm not trying to make it to where you can fit into your prom dress. I'm healing the people on this earth with Code Red. Code Red is healing. I am interested in the long game, and we find the 60-30 split is something you can do for the rest of your life because it makes room in your diet for a wide variety of foods. So keto is different than Code Red. Code Red is different than keto. So that is not entirely true. It is similar. There are similar aspects, and we do believe in the keto lifestyle as far as being better than the standard American diet, but I think Code Red even takes it a step further and it is even better. Of course, you can always need to find the lifestyle that works best for you. And the last question that I get a lot of is, how do I get started? The best way to get started is the 10-pound takedown challenge. 10poundtakedown.com. That is the best way to dip your toe into the lifestyle and find out if it's for you. Find out, spend 30 days with me, give me your best, $47 challenge, give me your best, I'll give you my best, and you find out if this proper human diet is right for you. Of course, I think it's right for everybody, no matter what. I never think that Ho-Hos, SpaghettiOs, lean cuisines, and Pop-Tarts are good for anybody. That's not food. That's food-like product. That's not, your body doesn't even know how to process that. So I don't think that's a good idea, but you need to be ready for me. And the 10-pound takedown challenge is the best way to get started, to find out if I'm a good fit for you and we're a good fit for each other and you're a good fit for Code Red and Code Red's a good fit for you. And I know that that's not a criticism, that last one, but that was a big question that I get all the time is, how do I get started? What is the best way? I even suggest you start with the challenge before jumping into a custom program. A custom program is pretty intense. Now, like I said, you're going to lose 10% of your body weight each month. And you're going to do it without being hungry. You're going to do it without shakes, pills, diet foods, or exercise. But if you do the challenge first, you'll prove to yourself and to me that you're going to be committed. You're not going to screw around with me. You're not going to argue with me. You're not going to cheat. You're going to turn into your weight every Friday. You're going to do the program. And if you can complete the challenge, chances are you're going to be able to complete the custom program. And you're going to be able to get this weight off first for the rest of your life, once and for all. So I hope that helped you guys see that I'm definitely not afraid of talking about Code Red and what we can do, what we are doing wrong. Are we doing things wrong? Are we missing the boat? How can we improve? If somebody comes to me honestly and is respectful and kind and has a respectful, kind suggestion or feedback, I want to listen to it. I get a little over 100 DMs per day on Instagram. And if you just want to scream at me and call me names, I'm not going to listen to you. But if you have a helpful suggestion for me, my gosh, if you send in one to the help desk or if you get in touch with me somehow and you let me know, I'm going to listen to those. I'm going to listen to those because I am here for you. The Code Red lifestyle is here for you. You're a rebel. And I want to improve the game. I want to improve the program. I want to improve the company. And I want to improve your customer experience, and customer service. So I really hope this podcast helped. Thank you for sticking with me through this whole thing. And these are the common criticisms I get. So I really wanted to take them head on and just say, hey, let's talk about it. I'm all for opening up conversations if done respectfully and in a kind way. Our society, people in our society nowadays, they don't know how to disagree respectfully. They just don't. They're mean, they're cruel, they call people names, and that is just not the way we need to get along. We need to be able to have open, honest conversations with each other about this. I don't believe in vegan, but I'm not going to criticize them. I'm going to listen to that person, talk about their viewpoint about veganism. I don't agree, but I will have an open, honest conversation, and I'll come to the table open-minded. I want to hear why that person thinks that the vegan lifestyle has been the best for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that for an example, but I'm all for open, honest conversation, and I'm all for improving the Code Red lifestyle. So I will see you on the next Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. Please, please, please rate, review, and share this podcast. And of course, make sure you join the 10-pound takedown. I'll see you on the next challenge. Have a good one. Thanks for listening to this episode of Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. If you're not subscribed already, please be sure to do that right now. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you could do me a quick favor and rate and review this podcast. That would be just so helpful. Speaking of health, let me know if I can help you. Go to coderedlifestyle.com, check out my programs, and see what we can do for you. Until next time, Rebel on.